Hey there, Latin 1. Here we are in review 1, the very first review. Congratulations, you made it to the mini boss of the level. I really wish I could figure out a way to treat this like a video game for you guys as far as your grades go. If I ever do, I'll figure it out. So turn to review 1D. It's on page 50. And at the very top of the glossary, here we go. Contra graikos. Now you can see graikos is accusative plural because you've been doing your cards. And contra, therefore, it's not Sid space, so it must take the accusative. Contra means against. So think about words like contradict, contravene, contraband. Contra Costa County. It's right up against the coast. So contra means against. And graikos, this means the Greeks. So you can work your way backward from any adjective, by the way. So graikos, the stem is graik. So graikus, graika means Greek. So against the Greeks. Decem annos. So decem means 10. December, which is the 10th month. But like decimate, decade, stuff like that. Annos. Annos means years. And it's accusative, okay? And translate it just like it, for 10 years. This is what we call the accusative of motion through time. It's pretty cool. But decem annos, so cover up the os, and you've got an. So annus ani, masculine, means year. That's where we get the word anniversary, annual, okay? Obsident, obsident. So knock off the NT and you've got obside, right? So obsideo, obsidere. It means to besiege. Now, besiege is where you surround a city and make them starve to death. So terrorizing a civilian population is a very common thing to do as far back as 1,100 years ago. No, 3,100 years ago. This is 1100 BCE. So obsideo, obsidere, which means to besiege, and it literally means to sit around. So they're just like sitting their army around them. Per dolum. Now we know that per governs the accusative, right? So dolum. Dolum means trick. Dolus, doli. Trick. So per dolum. Through a trick, as a trick. I don't know anything in English. Nocte. Nocte. This is the ablative of time. Nox, noctis, feminine. And if I say it, you could probably spell it because all the pronunciation is the same. Nox, noctis, feminine. Okay? So nocte, at night. That's where we get nocturnal, right? Let's see. Intrant. Intrant. So this comes from intro, intrare. See, all these words I'm giving you, you're getting to make cards for. Okay? Intro, intrare, which is to enter, which makes sense. It looks like the word entrant. Entrance. Copiunt. Copiunt. So comes from copio, copera, which is an io of the third. And it means to capture. And it kind of looks like capture, right? Necant. Necant. So neko, necare. It's where we get words like necromancy or necromancer, one who raises giraffes from the dead to kiss them on their necks. I don't know how it works. But necrotic, necrosis, necropolis. Effugera. Effugera, which is to flee or to escape out of something. This is effugio, effugera. It's an io of the third. It's where you get refugee, okay, or fugitive. Now the next word, novus. This is an adjective, so novus, nova, which means if you see a new star, it's a nova. Okay, novel, novelty, stuff like that. Ab urbe. Ab urbe. Well, ab is from Sid space, and it means away from. Okay, so ab plus the ablative. And now urbe comes from urbs, urbis, feminine. Urbs, urbis, feminine. Navigare. Navigare. This might be one of my favorite words in Latin, okay? Because it's really just the word ago agora, which means to do or to drive or to steer. And then it takes the word navis, which means boat. So it means to go boat, which means to sail. They're not clever in their words. Like in English, we have the word bedroom, which is the room for your bed. But navigare, it's where we get navigate. So navigo, navigare. Senem. Senem. Now you can tell by the ending that this is accusative, which means you know your stem now. Sen. So this comes from the third declension noun, which is masculine. Senex, senis. Senem is the accusative. Okay? That's where you get the word senile from. Aeneai. That's a guy's name. He's a very famous guy, Aeneas. His name is a Trojan name, and then it gets translated into Greek, and then it gets translated into Latin, so they screw it up. It's a first declension masculine. They're rare. So Aeneai. Deos familiares. Deos familiares. You could tell that this is accusative. So Deus means God. Okay, Deus comes from theos, which is the Greek word for God, which theos turns to Zeus, which means Zeus. And the Romans didn't have the letter Z, but if you put your tongue right where the Z goes, it also makes a D sound if you hold it there longer. So it turns to Deus. That's where we get deity, deify, and stuff like that. But theos is where we get theosophy, and we get theophilus and theocracy and stuff like that. Familiares means household. Okay, so familiaris, like brevis, household. And then the last one I'm going to do for this particular video, dei. That's just the plural of deus. Okay, so dei, the gods. All right, I'm going to hit the button.